universe survival arc in Dragon Ball Super is poised to be the biggest, most epic arc in Dragon Ball history, bringing together the most powerful warriors and gods from every single universe in the Dragon Ball series. The creators of the Dragon Ball anime series know that they have something special with this arc. That's why they continue to keep the hype train running. Every single week it seems like they're introducing something new. Story elements, news that classic characters are returning, and even introducing brand new characters, like the Gods of Destruction and their angel attendants. Just 3 days ago, we were formally introduced to a brand new God of Destruction who had a design that made him look like a classic fantasy dwarf. His angel attendant was a more masculine, macho version of Whis and Vados. And today, we can add a few more ridiculous characters to the list, because after the most recent episode of Dragon Ball Super, we got our very first visual, fully animated trailer of the Universe Survival Arc. And not only does it confirm that we're going to be seeing some returning characters like Frost and Kabe, but we're also going to see some brand new fighters, some of the opponents that Goku and Vegeta are going to be going up against, and most importantly, the Gods of Destruction. And ladies and gentlemen, they are pretty freaking varied and freaky looking. I mean, hell, some of them are elephants and one of them's even a freaking clown. The series has officially become a circus. If any of you have not seen this trailer, I will put a link for it in the description box below. Make sure to check it out so I can hear your thoughts about these brand new characters. I want to know if you guys like the designs of them, if you don't care for them, who's your favorite new God of Destruction. But let's just sort of break down this trailer a little bit and talk about some of the biggest elements of it. First and foremost, it opens up with the return of classic characters Frost and Kabe, who happen to be from Universe 6, which means we're probably going to get a rematch between these characters. Not so much a rematch, really the first time they've ever fought, but I think it's something that's going to look really cool. It seems as if Frost is actually in his third form, a form that he really seems to love. He seems to like going to that one way before he starts going to his perfect mode, and I can't wait to see if he's still going to be up to the same old tricks of just poisoning people. Kabe, on the other hand, seems like he has been training very hard as he goes Super Saiyan practically and immediately, and it looks awesome. But right after that, we get the shot that I think most people are going to be talking about, which appears to be a female Saiyan from an unknown universe who transforms into what appears to be like a female legendary Super Saiyan. Essentially what we're looking at here is a female Broly, which, you know what? I'm okay with. I'm very indifferent to the character of Broly. I used to absolutely hate him, but over the years, I've started to just accept him for who he is, and I don't hate him anymore. To me, he just comes across as just sort of your stereotypical, angry, generic villain who's just pissed off all the time. But now that we have a female who can transform into a form like that, that might add a little something different to the mythos of what a legendary Super Saiyan is. I've also made the comparison that Future Trunks also has the ability to basically go into a Broly-like form when he gets all big and buffed up, so maybe we'll get to see the return of Future Trunks as well. All I know is, seeing that was pretty damn shocking and officially confirms we're going to be seeing a couple of different Saiyans from a couple of different universes. But right after that, we get to the meat and potatoes of this trailer, all of the brand new Gods of Destruction, the Angels, and the Supreme Kais. Now, for the most part, the Supreme Kais and the Angels all kind of resemble each other. They're just slight variations. Some are tall, some are short, some are fat, some are wearing hoods, some are wearing hats, some have long hair, some have no hair. Basically, they're all kind of the same. But I'm really interested to still learn if the Grand Priest who works under Zeno is actually the father of all of the Angels. I just think that would make sense considering he seems to be a singular being who works directly under Zeno, or now working under two Zenos. There's another shot of the two Zenos actually dancing with one another, almost as if they're doing like their very own version of the fusion dance. I'm guessing this is actually some visuals that we're going to see in the brand new intro, which they're going to have ready for this arc. But right after that, we get to see a lot of different Gods of Destruction, and some of them are just plain strange. The first one that you can see is like this weird little fuzzy looking creature. He kind of looks like an Ewok. It's the only thing I can equate him to. He just has a completely fuzzy body, and he seems really short and stocky. Right after that, we have what appears to possibly be some sort of Egyptian being, which is a theme that a lot of the Gods of Destruction have, but they almost resemble like a human, which might be the most humanoid God of Destruction that we've seen in the series. There's also a really tiny little God of Destruction, which I just cannot make out. I've tried zooming in, but there's no way to get a clear shot of this thing. What I will know is we're probably going to have a God of Destruction who is very teeny. Also, I can't quite tell, but I think one of the Gods of Destruction is also a robot. maybe similar to Vegeta in many ways, which I think would be pretty cool. I like the concept of like living sentient robots. Then after that, we get some much clearer shots of some of the other gods of destruction. We get to see Champa again, of course, but then we also get to see who the god of destruction is from the timeline of Gawas and Zamas. Apparently, it is an elephant. A big, pink elephant. Put your Dumbo reference here. There's not much to the design of this elephant either. Very much like Beerus, it's basically just kind of like an anthropomorphized version of that animal. It looks pretty cool though. I can't wait to see what his fighting style is going to be like, especially like if he decides to use his trunk in battle. Maybe he can fire ki blasts from his trunk, or maybe he can do something cool with his tusks. And then there's a few other gods of destruction which are teased. The one that is my absolute favorite is a fox god of destruction. You only get to see him for like a split second, but I looked at it, I freeze framed it. It's some sort of like anthropomorphic fox, and I just think foxes are really cool, so I can't wait to see what he's going to be about. There might be references to like the Kyuubi or the nine-tailed fox, the mythical creature. Maybe there'd be a funny little connection to Naruto. I think that would be really awesome. Wouldn't it be cool if, like, the god of destruction's name that's a fox is named, like, Kurama or Naruto? I think that would be a really nice nod to that series. But the one god of destruction that I know everyone's gonna be talking about is the clown. There's no way you can miss him. They focus on him for a couple of seconds, and it is definitely a clown. It looks creepy as shit, too. It's like Tim Curry from It. I can't wait to see what this guy's about. Mostly, I cannot wait to see his fighting style. The fact that he's a clown might lead me to believe that he's going to do some stuff that is very clownish. Like he might actually use balloons or balloon animals or squirt people with a flower or just do a lot of really weird, funny things, which is something that I think would be great for a character like that. It's interesting, too, because he also seems to be joined by some other mysterious character who is wearing a hood, who looks really intimidating, who's hanging out with the kaioshin and the angel attendant that is with him, who also happens to have pigtails, pulling off that whole Miku look. And then at the very end of the trailer, we get some shots of Goku and Vegeta, who are fighting against some brand new opponents, with Vegeta fighting against this big Majin Buu clown-looking things with big boobs. It's literally the only way I can describe it, guys. It's gonna be really fun, though. It seems like Vegeta's been getting a lot of wacky opponents in this series thus far. And Goku also seems to be fighting with what appears to be a werewolf, which might sound strange, but it's not the first time that we've had werewolf battles in the series. You go back to Dragon Ball, you have Man-Wolf or Wolfman, whatever his name was that Roshi was fighting against. But this guy seems a little more intimidating, a little more muscular, and he happens to be wearing a scarf, which makes me hope that he's like a wolf ninja. I just think that would be really damn awesome. What I will say is, I like this trailer. I love the looks of the God of Destruction. There are still a couple more that we haven't seen quite yet, so they're not trying to, like, blow their load completely. But I'm surprised that they decided to show this trailer so soon, especially because we have one more episode of this whole Goku and Krillin teaming up arc to get through before we move to this one. And I'm just glad to actually see them. It's a relief that they all just don't look like different versions of Beerus and Champa. I like that they make them look all distinctive, and I really hope that translates to their fighting abilities as well. Really, guys, I'm just hyped right here. I loved this trailer. It's got me so excited for the Universe Survival arc, and I really want to hear from you guys what you thought about this trailer and the brand new characters which were introduced. Do you like their designs? Do you not like their designs? Did you have a favorite character here? Do you have any theories about what these guys are going to do, like their fighting styles, like the Clown God of Destruction? Is he actually going to have clown abilities? I don't know. I want to hear from you guys. Make sure to tell me what you hope to see from that and the upcoming arc. What fighters you want to see from Earth, from Universe 7. Who do you want to see? What is your dream team to take on the strongest people in the universe? So, there it is, guys. Remember, if you haven't seen the trailer, there'll be a link for it in the description box below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. That way you'll be able to see all of our latest Dragon Ball videos. I do review Dragon Ball Super, just released that review, so make sure to check that out and leave me a comment telling me what you thought about the episode. Please like this video if you liked it, and as always, leave me a comment or two. I would love to interact with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I'll see you next time, and as always, stay dandy, baby!